Hi, I'm Ashley. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. In today's video, we are going to go behind the scenes of our small business as we get ready for our first pop-up shop and being a vendor at an event. We have never sold in person before, so I'm super excited and kind of scared all in one. So we are making our booth. We are getting all the products ready to sell. There's going to be so many behind the scenes because we have never done this before, so we're going to show you everything along the way. I have some big ideas for our booth, and I'm so happy to be back filming. I took a little break to get myself together, but we just crossed over 20,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you who tune in. So we have literally less than 2 weeks until our first market. We've ordered all of the products that we need. Now we just have to make everything and make our displays. We bought the coolest setup to take payments, so I'm excited to show you that. And of course, we're gonna film everything when we're there as well. So let's go ahead and dive in. We have to plan everything today. We're gonna iron out everything we need to make up until the day of the event. We have a 10x8 booth, so we are setting up everything out in our bonus area. So we have so much to catch up on, by the way, but we'll get into that as we go along today. So this, we've measured out 10x8 in our bonus room. We moved the couch that was in here, and we are going to set up our booth so we know exactly where everything goes, especially since it's our first time having a pop-up shop and being a vendor anywhere. We want to make sure we know what we're doing and how we're going to set everything up. My husband is working on a clothing rack display that we bought. We'll show you everything once we get it all set up. We also bought some mannequins to display our clothes and make almost like a store boutique. We're gonna make it look really boutique-y. We have a lot to catch up on our marketing too, because I know a lot of you remember this room from our last video. We have a lot of new colors we're adding, and we're actually switching our customer to a woman. I know it's whiplash, but we're going with it. We actually started a Etsy coaching program. It was a very big investment, but we're super excited, and I'll tell you more about that later. But we have a lot to work on. So today I think we're going to work on getting our displays kind of set up and worked on. We have to start making the things for our booth, which is a little daunting because we have to kind of guess what people are going to like. We have some new branding. I think I showed it in a short. Our new colors for our brand are very neutral and feminine, and I just love this aesthetic. So we have some new hang tags that we're going to tag our items with. These are more of the PolyMailers that we use for our Etsy shop. So here's kind of the look that they'll get when they get an item. We got these brown Kraft paper bags from Amazon. We got different sizes, and we got this branded logo stamp from Zazzle. It's okay. It's not the best. My husband was way better at stamping than I was, so it's more of a rustic look. It's definitely not precise, but I think it turned out really well, and it's an easy way to brand. We're going to be working on hats, sweatshirts, shirts. We even have giftable items, so we have so much to prep. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you behind the scenes of everything we're doing to get ready for this market. So I am such a visual person, and since we had never done anything like this before, I went to Pinterest, and these are some of my inspiration photos that I found. I had no clue what a market booth was supposed to look like, so these were the ideas we kind of went with to help us create our booth display and give me ideas on what to do and how to display the items. We worked backwards with our spacing and figured out how much we could actually bring and what kind of displays we needed to make. So here is where we're doing a mock-up of our booth. It's a 10x8 section, so we taped it off. We're gonna have a mannequin styled with one of our shirts and have her with jeans on and a hat and make her really fashionable. And then we are gonna do a backdrop here and a backdrop here and have a table. And then we'll have a checkout station and a sales section. She was super affordable from Amazon, as well as this, I guess you would call it a closet system. I didn't know how I was going to feel about the white, but I think it looks really good, and it'll look really classy because we'll have some white curtains. So now that we figured out our spacing and our displays, we then went on to decide what type of items we were going to bring to the event, what colors, what designs we were going to put on everything. So we laid everything out. so we could get a really good picture in our heads of what we were making, what we were bringing, if they went together. And I think we created a cohesive look, minus our sale shirts, which we'll get into that and why we did that in a second. So I had a big to-do list, a big to-buy list, and a big to-build and create list. So we had a lot of work to do. So we went to Ikea and got some hangers and the curtains for our backdrops. My kids love going to Ikea, so they loved this trip. And we also got some baskets for our overflow inventory, and I think it just brightened it up and gave a natural look to the room. We got these crates from JoAnn, and as well as the little blackboard, and we're going to make a sale display out of that, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So now we are going and we are just placing our items. I wanted to see it. Again, I'm a visual person. We really didn't know how many to make of each item, how many we could fit on this rack. So we started just playing with it, playing with the colors, making sure we liked it together. And our exact numbers that we brought for each color. We did 1 small of each color, 2 medium, 2 large, 2 XL, and then 1 2XL of each color, each design, minus the peachy sweatshirt. Those were super expensive, and I didn't know if they were going to sell, so I only brought 1 of each size. So now that I have everything on the racks, I could kind of visualize how it was going to be displayed, how I wanted to price things, how I wanted to do the display tags. And so here we are, we were adding some more of our little, I guess you would call them pick-me-up products. We also bought some bags and journals and different types of things to add to our shop, because I knew jewelry. These are the cute earrings. We had some keychains and stickers. I really wanted to make it more than just t-shirts and sweatshirts and hats. So here is us working on it. We still haven't made any of the designs yet on the items. We're just setting things up to know how much to make of everything. So here you can kind of get a visual. We're going to have a checkout stand. It's not going to be shirt boxes. And then we'll have the sales section. You kind of can see where we have the curtains. We can't have a tent, so we're just going to kind of frame it in with curtains and make it feel like a boutique. We're going to add a pegboard in front of these crates. You can see how we added height and depth. I'm trying to visualize how I'm going to display everything. I think this closet system was not too hard to put together, and I really feel like it elevated our space and gave us so much room to display product, and it looked so good and professional. I have my model. I got her a flannel from Costco, and I am just trying to pull it all together and draw people into our space. We got the square stand, and now we are going to make our checkout station. You can see my daughter loves to help, and so my hubby is outside making us a checkout stand. I wanted a shiplap look, so we could take payments easily, and let me tell you, in our next video I'll show you exactly how it looked. It turned out so well. But here is us behind the scenes. My daughter is helping, and we're going to make a beautiful checkout station to put that square stand on. Now I'm going to use that chalkboard from JoAnn, some Oracle 651 vinyl, and my Cameo, and I'm going to cut out the vinyl and create a sale sign. This was one of our pricing strategies that we used to kind of draw people into our booth, and oh my goodness, it worked. So I'm just weeding the vinyl, being super careful. Sometimes the Oracle 651 is super sticky, so just cut it if you need to. And I am just going to apply this simple sign. It looks so good. It's a simple font. I just found it in the Silhouette software. And now I'm just going to find my center and place this on the chalkboard sign. I think it's going to be such a cute look, and it's going to last a lot longer than just regular chalk. Now my husband just attached all 4 crates. We did small, medium, large, and XL as our size choices. And there is our sale bin. I think it turned out so cute, and it's very similar to the Pinterest picture. So now the work begins. We are creating all of the items we're gonna sell. So in our next video, you're gonna see all the behind the scenes of us making everything, embroidering everything. We're going to do some pricing strategies, merchandising, making the display items. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. But here is some behind the scenes to get you started on us making some of our sale shirts. And I'll tell you why we did this strategy in the upcoming video. My husband is just using our heat presses from Heat Press Nation. This is actually a cap and label press. We like to do the neck label, and he'll do the sleeve sometimes with our logo. So these heat presses are auto open, super high pressure heat presses. They're perfect for doing screen print transfers. That's what we use on our t-shirts and some of our sweatshirts. How many shirts did you get done?
About 35.
35 shirts.
About 2 hours.
So we have a lot more work to do, so stay tuned. Here's a sneak peek of our vlog part 2. We're going to be embroidering sweatshirts, embroidering hats, heat pressing shirts and hats, coming up with merchandising, pricing strategies, all in part 2. And then in part 3, we're going to show you our booth, how it looks the day of the market, and we're going to give you our results as well. So make sure you're subscribed, and I can't wait to see you in part 2. See you then. Bye for now.